Hi friends, I want to share with you 5 tips that helped me go from burned out to lit up as a healthcare worker. So if you are somebody who works in healthcare, you're a healer, an empath, or someone who works with people really in any capacity, I'm so glad you're here because these tips have made a game changer for me. So tip number 1, I decided that I was worthy of having fun at work and enjoying myself. So I would be very creative about finding little ways to have a little more ease and a little more fun and a little more play in my workday. So what I would do is take time to chat with a coworker instead of just complaining, which is very easy to do and sometimes cathartic, but it actually lowers the vibration. I would decide to share I would remember when something kind of funny happened and I would share that, or something silly to laugh at. And I would start to connect more and slow down instead of just rushing. And that made a huge difference. So I made points of connection with people. I started noticing the joyful things around me more. And I took the time to enjoy them. And really what underlies these little things that seem like that's basic is the belief and the choice that I am worthy of having enjoyment even while I'm in service and even while I'm working. I am a full human being, not just outside of work, during work, when I am showing up. And as such, it is my birthright to do things that ensure my well-being and bring lightness and bring play and bring joy. Of course, I was still able to show up with full professionalism and in my skill set and strengths and be appropriate to whatever the situation was demanding and needing of me, but it wasn't at the sacrifice of my own well-being, if that makes sense. So that's tip number 1. I decided that no matter what, I'm worthy of enjoying myself and being present for my well-being. Tip number 2, I massively up-leveled my self-care. So I did this in 2 ways. I did it at work, and the biggest way that I did that was I decided to take my lunch break. So if you are somebody who works in a high-intensity environment and has productivity goals, and there's an endless stream of things that need to be done, you know how easy it is to keep working and skip your breaks. You know how easy that is. But I decided that I'm gonna do my best to be productive, but here's the thing. I took my breaks, not only because I'm worth it and because it's for my well-being. There are studies that show that when we take our breaks, we're actually more productive. We're actually better problem solvers. We're actually more creative. So I took my breaks, and what I did was I went on a walk outside. Even if it was raining, I brought an umbrella, I got fresh air, I got out of the environment. As an empath, I can feel everything that's going on around me, and so I needed to ground back into nature. Even in the middle of a city, I would find where the flowers are. I was lucky enough to find a flower garden, and that became my sanctuary. So find your sanctuary, find your place to go. Even if you are in a hospital, I guarantee you can find something. And hey, if you can't, bring nature with you. This plant, I've had it for like 7 years. I had this in our little lunchroom on the windowsill, and I would water it every day. So if you can't get out to nature, bring it to you. It's really powerful. So for me, that was my self-care. Decide what that is for you. The other thing I did was I listened to podcasts that were uplifting, music that felt good. Sometimes I would call or text a friend. And then outside of work, I up-leveled my self-care. I started to really be intentional about who I was spending my time with. I surrounded myself with people that were lit up, turned on, and having fun with life, that were positive people. I did what I love to do, which for me was yoga, spending time with friends, having downtime. As an empath, I needed also my alone time, and I would just do things. What do I want to do today? What's going to fill my cup today? And I was very intentional about that. So both at work and outside of work, I became strategic and intentional about up-leveling my self-care. A lot of bubble baths as well. All right, so tip number 3 was I took deep breaths. And I know that it can be a bit of an eye roll moment when someone says, take a deep breath. But for me, the awareness that I needed to take a deep breath came from a deeper sense of connection and embodiment with myself. So for me, it looked like when I started to feel stress creep up, 1, I noticed where it was happening in my body. My jaw, my shoulders, I would start to feel tight and kind of like shoulders up by the ears, rounding forward, feeling tight in my stomach. And I would start to notice that. And then right away I would play a game I call Notice and Soften, where I would notice the tension and then I would soften. Notice the tension and soften. And instead of going hours and hours and hours of tension creeping up in my body, and then by the time I leave home, I'm like, could snap, right? Like, who can relate? I started to notice it faster and let it soften faster. And a great way to practice softening is to simply take a breath in and a breath out. And that first breath in is probably going to be all up here. So if you can take 2, 3, 4 breaths until you feel it dropping down into your pelvis, into your belly, then you know that you've kind of shifted your state. So I started to take my body with me. Essentially, I started to take my body with me to work and to take deep breaths. So that's tip number 3. Take deep breaths, notice and soften. Tip number 4, I did a lot of things that I love outside of work. So I talked about this a little bit with my self-care, but I really started to do so many things that would make me feel at home in my body and in my fullness of my being, outside of my role just as a worker. And spiritual practice was a big part of that for me. Tapping into the place where I remember that I'm always connected, always loved, always supported, and a part of something greater than myself, greater than my microscopic suffering and feelings of stress, right? So that was yoga, that was volunteering my time, that was being of service to other people, but also drawing in and taking in from other people, receiving from people around me that were doing things that they loved as well. So adding in as many, if you like to paint, if you like to bake, if you like to sing, if you wanted to learn any of those things, like, don't underestimate the importance of them, of getting into a state of flow, of creativity. It shifts you out of your mind, which wants to focus on the problems and what's not working well, and into more of a state of your soul, which knows your limitlessness, your worthiness of having good feelings and good things happening to you, for you, and through you. So doing the little things that just bring you joy, right? The fifth and final tip is that I changed how I started to talk to myself. I spoke to myself like I was a friend. So I would start to say to myself, listing the things that I did well at the end of the day. If you are someone who, like me, worked in a high stress environment or does now, you know how easy it is and how loud the mind can be at the end of the day with all the things that were said to you, everyone else's stress, all the things that you wish you would have done better or differently or faster or more productive, right? Like in those types of settings, if especially, like I keep saying, if you are a sensitive person, an empath, it is really easy to stay in the tracks of the mind that are focusing on the things that could have, would have, should have gone better differently. So I started to just on my drive home say to myself, you did so good with that one patient. And remember that sparkle in their eyes when they laughed, when you encouraged them with this thing, or you both laughed at this thing together that someone had said, or that, whatever it was. So starting to celebrate what I did well and listing those things out. Sometimes I would try to get to, even if I couldn't get to 10, I would just try to think of, hey, you did well, babe. I see you. I celebrate you. Guess what? You're not human and I love you, right? These are the things that I started to say to myself. And before doing that, I didn't even realize that subconsciously there were these tracks running that were like, not enough, not really, didn't do it good enough, especially being a new grad. So I caught those things, I noticed those thoughts, and I was like, no, thank you. And instead, I focused on what I did well, and I took the time to celebrate and to name what I did well. And that just expanded. When we expand our love for ourselves, we are able to increase our capacity to love other people. There's no other way that works. Everything that we want for someone else, we have to give it to ourselves first. So those are my tips for you. Those are my 5 things that really dramatically shifted my reality from being someone who was burnt out, exhausted, stressed, not sleeping well, to someone who was actually feeling that I was enjoying myself, that I felt I was in my authentic sovereignty. Even if it wasn't 100% of the time, a lot more of the time. Why? Because I felt like I was co-creating my days rather than my days happening to me. I led with intention. I led with permission to be someone who experiences synchronicities, laughter, ease, play, even in really difficult environments. I believe in you. You got this. I know what really helped me as well was working with a coach, and many coaches. I've worked with some incredible embodiment, empowerment, and pleasure coaches that really changed the game for me. And I would love to support you on that journey. I am an embodiment, pleasure, women's empowerment coach. If you feel like you would love to have somebody hold your hand, cheerlead for you, and be alongside you on your journey, I'm here for you. Reach out, head over to my website at flowwithsierra.com. Book your free 45-minute consultation call, and we'll connect, we'll explore. Zero pressure. If I'm not for you, I'll send you in the direction of someone who might be a better fit. But reach out, you're not alone. What you're doing matters, and you are worth your own love, your own self-care.
Let's connect. I'm at flowwithsierra.com or at sierra.minton on Instagram. And remember to subscribe for more content. If you are craving a deeper and more loving connection to yourself, your body, your passions and desires, and if you're someone who really longs to move through life with more pleasure, more ease, more flow, and to really embody a felt sense of connection to your higher self and to know the loving spiritual support that is available to you at all times, I would love to guide you on that self-love journey. My private coaching spots are open. Check out the link in the description.